I'm not dead anymore. I'm alive. All right. Everybody doing well? Okay. Well, let's stand. Let's do some Tai Chi together. Well, you're a brave man wearing that shirt. I'm going to have to escort you out here in the parking lot. Yeah. Uh, they played, yeah, 14-0. Yeah, it was. And he did all right. Oh, he did? Oh, I missed that. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. I missed the Grand Slam. I was at that point. I was just checking in every so often. So, but it looked like there was one. It wasn't our team. It was a different team put in a position player to pitch, and his pitches were like slow pitch softball. They were coming in, and the guys were teeing off on it. So, and the umpire was having trouble with it because he was trying to call the plate, and it was like, he's used to pitches coming in flat and breaking or something like that. He wasn't used to the high loping pitches. It was like, ooh, that was hard to do. So, all right. Well, if you need an escort into the parking lot, I'm happy to do that. Okay. No problem. No problem. All right. Reminding you, did everybody sign in for me? Thank you. Next week we are closed, so there's no classes for all of next week. Okay, you're gonna all week, yeah, all week long. They were gonna close during Labor Day. I don't think they're gonna do that now. I think they're gonna be open the 4 days after Labor Day, but they need to clean the room, uh, to keep everything nice and sanitary. So we're closed next week. We're off next week. I'll be back the following week. I do have a vacation in July, but I've already worked with Tom, who filled in for me while I was under surgery, and he's going to fill in for me. Okay? All right. Right hand, fist, power. Left hand, fingers together, friendship, tuck in the thumb, humility. Fist into the palm, and we say welcome. Thank you for being here today. I do appreciate it very, very much. All right. Standing in the Wuji position, feet shoulder, hip distance apart. Slight bend in the knees, tuck in the tailbone, head lifted by the silk thread. Nice and straight posture. We're going to do deep breathing from the belly, all right? Inhale and exhale. Deep belly breath in and long, slow breath out. You may have to set up some chairs for him. Inhale and exhale. Thank you for doing that. Push the hands in front of us next. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Hands in front. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, relax the hands down. Inhale and exhale. Oh, thank you. There's chairs over here if you want to sit there, Reagan. Inhale and exhale. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, I think that was 3. I don't know. Arms over the head next. Inhale to the heart. Be kind to your shoulders. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Keep looking straight ahead. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Arms to the side. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Hands down. 2 more times we'll do that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. and exhale. Beautiful. Pause for 1 second. So if you bring your hands out to the side, palms facing down, feel how that feels on your arms. Then rotate the fingers up. Feel how that stretches the arms. Your hands are out there anyway. Might as well get that little extra stretch. And it's just rotating those wrists up, fingers up. All right. So inhale, exhale, fingers up. Feel the stretch in the arms. Good job. Inhale and exhale. Arms in the diagonals. Inhale to the heart. Left up, right down. Notice I'm deflecting my wrist here also, feeling the stretch in the arms. Inhale and right up, left down. Exhale. Keep the upper body straight. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, left up, right down, arms in the diagonal. Keep the body straight, not leaning, nice and straight. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, relax the hands down. Flap the arms like bird wings. Easy for me to say. Be kind to your shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And then lastly, gathering chi. Big, deep belly breath in. And long, slow breath out. Inhale. Keep looking straight ahead. And exhale. Don't look up at your hands. Look straight in front of you. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Straight in front of you as you exhale the hands down. Beautiful. Those are our breathing exercises. Everybody good? Yay. So I'm going to take a little departure off to the side before we do our warm-up exercises. We're going to do a neck exercise and a shoulder exercise. So part of the warm-up is 2 neck exercises, 2 shoulders, and we're going to do those. But I want to show you another neck exercise that you can do, and it helps you if you like sleep on your neck wrong, okay? So what you do with this one is you imagine that you have a pencil in your mouth and you draw the number 8, but it's laying on its side. So it's not upright, but it's what the cowboys used to call a lazy 8. Okay. If you have problems with vertigo or something, hang on to your chair. Okay. So from the Wuji position, imagine you have a pencil in your mouth and draw the number 8 laying on its side. Be nice and gentle with the neck. Never, never, never force the neck. This can work really well if you slept on your neck wrong or something like that. So now as we get to the center, stop and then reverse. Go back in the other direction. Make that 8 in the other direction. Again, you be nice and gentle with the neck. Don't force the neck. Nice and slow. And when you get to the center, stop. By the way, I call that the Rice Krispies exercise. And you know why now? it's amazing how much noise your neck can make. You're like, you look at your neighbor and go, "Are you making all that noise? Oh, I guess that's me." Actually, I had somebody meet one time. There was one of my students was in the dental chair getting her teeth cleaned, and her neck popped, and she goes, "Oh, Rice Krispies." And the dental hygienist, so the person in the chair was a student of mine, and the hygienist was a student of mine, but they didn't know it. And the hygienist said, "You do Tai Chi with Craig Miller?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I do." And she's like, Oh, so you know that Rice Krispies exercise. All right. Second exercise. So take your left hand, put it on the upper part of your left chest. Now with your right hand, you either leave it down to the side or you can bring it up like your half of prayer hands if you want to exercise the right hand a little bit. Either way, we're worried more about the left hand. So the left hand, upper part of the left chest, and do a forward circle with the elbow. You're keeping the upper body straight, so you're going nice and slow. And you're looking for range of motion here, not speed. Go nice and slow. It's a good way to stretch the shoulder out. And when you get to the bottom, stop and reverse back in the other direction. Keep that upper body nice and straight. Keep looking straight ahead. Beautiful. Now we're going to shift hands. So right hand, upper part of the right chest, forward circle with an elbow. This one can be kind of noisy also. Nice and slow. Keep the upper body straight. And when you get to the bottom, stop and reverse. Beautiful. There we go. Now you're ready to do the duck dance or chicken dance. You go to a wedding, right? All right. Any questions about those two exercises? Good for your neck, good for your shoulder, right? No, you're pushing too hard then. Don't push so hard. It's supposed to be nice and gentle. So that helps everybody's shoulder, really. Yeah. Huh. I'm not qualified to do that. Take care with your shoulder, okay? All right. So we're going to do warm up exercises starting with the chin tuck next, okay? So from the Wuji position, float the hands up, tuck in the chin, looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and sink the chin to the chest. Again, we float the hands up in front of us. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and sink the chin to the chest. One more time. Stay. A little hint here. As you're looking down, make sure you're not leaning forward, but keeping the body nice and straight. Only the neck comes down. All right? Float the hands up in front of us. Chin level to the ground. Tuck in that chin, back of the neck. Feel that stretch in the back of the neck. Hands come out. Chin gently floats up. And sink the chin to the chest without leaning forward. Beautiful. Next neck exercise. Say that fast 3 times, I dare you. Next neck exercise. Looking side to side, prayer hand position. Tai Chi ball, left hand on top. Watch the right hand going over the right shoulder, looking to the right, pushing down on the left. And come back to center. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Watch the, oh, I told it wrong, didn't I? Let's go back to the beginning. Sorry. Sometimes my mirror is foggy. Tai Chi ball, right hand on top. Watch the left hand going over the left shoulder. Look left, push down right. Try and keep that hand below the level of the shoulder and come back to center. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Right hand, now the right hand, right shoulder, turning the neck, feeling the stretch. And come back to center. Tai Chi ball, right hand on top. Left hand, left shoulder, looking left, pushing down right. Try and keep the hand below the level of the shoulder. Come back to center. Tai Chi ball, left hand on top. Right hand, right shoulder. Left hand pushing down. And come back to center. Beautiful. 100 more times, we got it. Tai Chi ball, right hand on top. Left hand, left shoulder, looking left, pushing down right. Pardon me? Inhale. Oh, okay, gotcha. Tai Chi ball, left hand on top. Right hand, right shoulder, pushing down gently on the left hand. And come back to center and relax the hands down. Beautiful. When our hand is up here, our shoulders stressed out. When it's down here, our shoulders much more relaxed. You can feel stress when you put the hand up. When you do that, you can feel stress in the shoulder. And when it's down here, the shoulder's nice and relaxed. Sure, no problem. We don't want to hurt your shoulder. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened there because I've never. That's the. Yeah. That's. It's really weird. I've never had anybody say that in all the years I've been teaching Tai Chi. Um, so maybe this will help it. Shoulder circles, forward shoulder circles. So we bring the shoulders back, then up, then forward and down. Keep looking straight ahead. Shoulders back, up, forward, without leaning forward, and down. Shoulders back. Keep looking straight ahead, up, forward. Don't look down. Look straight ahead and down. One more time. Shoulders back, up. Now keep looking straight ahead. Shoulders forward and down. Good job. So reverse now. Keep looking straight ahead. Shoulders forward, then up, then back, and down. Keep looking straight ahead. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. One more time. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Good job. All right. So adjust your microphone if you happen to be wearing one. Oh, it's only me, isn't it? Gathering chi, reaching for infinity, gently reaching out, reaching up. Do what your shoulder allows you to do. Don't force anything. Exhale, relax the hands down. Once again, gently reaching out, reaching up, looking straight ahead. Exhale, relax the hands down. Beautiful. One more time. Reaching out, reaching up. Beautiful stretch. And exhale, relax the hands down. Beautiful. Doing okay? All right. Touching heaven and earth. So from prayer hand position, left hand up, right hand down, stretching the spine. And come back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, again, stretching the spine. And come back to center. Left hand up, right hand down, stretching the spine. And back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, stretching the spine. And back to center. One more time. Left hand up, right hand down, stretching our spine. Good job. Back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching our spine. And come back to center. Back to prayer hands. Relax the hands down. Excellent. Would it be even better if you smiled on that one? I'm just saying, all right? Okay. Carrying the ball side to side. Try to not move the hips, just move the upper body. Prayer hand position. Tai Chi ball, left hand on top. Bring the ball to the left hand side without moving the hips. Turn the ball over, right hand is on top, and then gently turn to the right. Stay on the right side as you turn the ball over, left hand is on top. Gently turn to the left. Feeling the stretch in the lower back. Stay on the left side, turn the ball over, right hand's on top, gently turn to the right. Stay on the right side, turn the ball over. Make sure you're not leaning nice. You're like turning around your spinal cord. As you turn to the left, spin around your spinal cord. Turn the ball over, right hand's on top, and gently turn to the right. And then we turn the ball over. We come back to center and relax the hands down. Beautiful. All right. Any questions about those exercises? Okay. Let's do a leg strengthening exercise. Go ahead, shake your legs loose if you need to. I'm going to get a quick drink of water. Please make sure you stay hydrated today. Obviously, a very warm day out there, so make sure you stay hydrated, okay? It's important too. It's like our brains are 80% water. So my wife is a nurse, so one of the things when someone starts to get dehydrated, they don't start thinking clearly. That's one of the first signs of dehydration is not thinking clearly because the brain has so much water, it starts to deplete the brain. So it must mean I'm dehydrated all the time. All right. Only when I tell dad jokes, then I'm dehydrated. All right. Leg strengthening exercise. We're going to go work on keeping the knee bent and keeping the body nice and straight. Okay. Also, we're looking straight ahead, not looking down at the floor. Okay. So, weight shift left, bend in the left knee. Use your chair if you need to. Tap right toe next to the left. This is called the cat stance. Tap the right toe out in front of us, empty. We're looking straight ahead as we do this. And return to the cat stance. Tap right toe to the side, empty. And return to the cat stance. Excellent. Tap the right toe behind us, keeping plenty of space between the feet. All the weight stays on the left side. Cat stance. And back to Wu Ji. Excellent. Feel your legs screaming at you at this point, right? Weight shift to the right, left foot, cat stance. I'll tell you in a minute. Left foot to the front. And return to the cat stance. I'll tell you right after this exercise why they call it the cat stance. Left foot to the side, empty. And back to the cat stance. And left foot behind us, plenty of space between the feet. Looking straight ahead as we do it. Cat stance. And back to Wu Ji. Beautiful. Shake your legs loose. See, I think we're going to go outside and do that exercise the rest of the hour. Wouldn't that be fun? All right. So the Chinese name things after things they saw in nature. Because actually Taoism, the word Tao, or sometimes referred to as Tao, I believe more correctly it's Tao. Tao means the way, and they mean the way of nature. So that's why Tai Chi is kind of wrapped up in nature. Standing in the cat stance, this is how a cat, if you ever watch a cat, when it's about ready to pounce on something, it puts all the weight on one side and stands with its foot so it can like spring forward with it. So hence the term a cat stance. Pardon me? Yeah, I don't either. I'm sorry? Mm-hmm. Cat, the what? Yeah. Yeah, there's a CAT scan also. Isn't that cardio? Oh, no, not cardio. Catholic ray tube or something. Okay. There you go. There you go. All right. Let's have a seat. Let's do a couple of the exercises from the chair next. All right. Hi. How are you today? I'm fine. Did you sign him in? Okay. Thanks. All right. So when we were doing seated Tai Chi, we're sitting up on the edge of the chair. Don't use the back of the chair unless you absolutely have to. And if you do have to use the back of the chair, you scoot your bottom all the way into the back so your back stays straight as you're sitting in the back of the chair. Much better, though, is to sit up on the edge of the chair. My feet are flat on the floor. My knee is over the ankle. Pelvic bone is kind of a bowl-shaped bone, so we rock forward on the pelvic bone and lift the head by the silk thread so we have good straight body posture. And then looking at us from this direction, you also have good straight body posture in this direction, okay? It's important, practice your body posture from the chair. And I've noticed this especially with people with Parkinson's, whatever body posture you use in a chair generally tends to be the same posture you use when you're standing. So if you're sitting in your chair to one side, kind of slumped over, you'll be that way when you stand up. If you sit up nice and straight and tall, you'll tend to be that way when you stand up. Okay? So try and practice it, all right? It's a hard thing to do. All right. Hip exercise. You guys look so excited today. I can tell you're ready for the weekend, right? So let's turn to the right-hand side of the chair. We're going to start with the left leg. So as we spread our leg out, our leg is not slanted, but it stays with the knee directly over the ankle, all right? So you should feel the stretch on the inside of the legs. You'll feel it in the hips, and sometimes you'll feel it in the lower back also. All right, so slide the left leg out. Feel that nice stretch. Good job. Come back to center. Beautiful. We're going to have the hands right away. Prayer hand position. Push against the imaginary wall on the right side and open up the left leg. And come back to center. Slide the left leg out. Push against the right wall. Feel that stretch in the hips. Come back to center. And one more time, push against the wall on the right, open up the left leg. Feel that nice stretch. And come back to center. Relax the hands down. Good job. Let's shift over to the left-hand side of the chair. We're doing that shifting because your chairs have arms on them, so it gives you a little bit more room to move the leg, okay? Right leg, we're going to do just the leg. So slide the leg out, feel the stretch. And then back to center. Let's add the hands. Prayer hand position. Push against the imaginary left wall. Open up the right leg. Keep the knee above the ankle. And come back to center. Push against the imaginary left wall. Open up the right leg. And come back to center. One more time. Push against the left wall. Open up the right leg. Feel that nice stretch. And come back to center. Relax the hands down. Turn back to center and shake those legs loose. Good job. So that's one hip exercise. Next hip exercise, 2 motions with the leg. We're going to lift the leg up. We're going to push the leg down. Don't use your hand to lift your leg. We're doing this all with our body. So I'm lifting the leg without using my hand, pushing down on that foot, again, without using the hands, okay? We're keeping the body nice and straight. That's the trick in this exercise, is as I lift up my leg, I'm not leaning backwards, but I'm sitting up nice and straight. And as I'm pushing down, I'm not leaning forward, but again, I'm staying nice and straight, okay? All right. So we're sitting up nice and straight and tall, making mom proud of us. Lift the left leg up, hands behind us without leaning backwards. And relax. And then hands in front of us, push down on the left foot hard as we can. Push, push, push. And relax. Lift the left leg up, hands behind us. And relax. Hands in front of us, push down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push down, push, push, push. Keep looking straight ahead and relax. One more time, lift the left leg up without leaning back. Feel the stretch in your core and the legs, relax. And then hands in front of us, push down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Beautiful. Other side, lift the right leg up, hands behind us. Staying nice and straight. Relax. Hands in front of us, push down on the right foot, trying to drive the right foot through the floor. Look straight ahead and relax. Leg up, body straight, look straight ahead and relax. And hands in front of us, pushing down, again, looking straight ahead as we push down on that foot and relax. One more time. Lift the right leg up, keeping the body straight and relax. And then hands in front of us, push down on the right foot hard as you can as we look straight ahead and relax. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. Good job. I'm going to get a drink of water real fast. Feel your legs already, don't you? All right. So, moving along, we're going to do our knee exercise. We're going to do 4 motions with our leg. We're going to pick the leg up just like we just did, push the leg out, and then we pick the leg back up like we just did, and don't drop the foot, float the foot to the ground. All right? So, while we're doing this, we're keeping our body straight, whether we're looking at it from the side or looking at it from the front. So I'm not doing this or doing this, okay? And we're going to punch out the opposite hand, okay? Now, concentrate on your legs first. It's more important that you do the leg. You can leave the hands to the side and just do the leg part. And then once you feel like you've got the legs down, then add the hands in. If you can do them both at the same time, even better, okay? Doing like 15, am I boring you? Actually, that's good. That means you're relaxing. That's really, really good. So I just had to tease you. So we're going to punch out the opposite hand. All right. So if I'm kicking with my left, I punch out with the right hand. Opposite hand, right? Same way we walk. It's also really good for the brain. All right. Any questions? Hands loosely clenched at the belt line. We're sitting up nice and straight and tall. Pick up the left leg. Heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, let it float there for a moment, sink the leg to the ground. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg, let it hover, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out the left fist. Pick up the right leg, let it hover, float the foot to the ground. Great, we're halfway there. Make sure you're sitting up nice and straight and tall. Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out the left fist. Pick up the right leg, let it hover, float the foot to the ground. Excellent. One more time. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out the left fist. And then pick up the right leg and come back to center. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. Good job. Your shoe's untied, just so you know. Other one. Don't want you stepping on your laces and tripping yourself. All right. Okay. Are we ready for our second exercise? Toe kick. Looks the same way. The only difference is that's a heel kick. My toe is pointing up. Now we're going to do a toe kick where my toe is pointing forward. Okay? All right. Same thing. We lift the leg before and after, punch out opposite hand. We smile like it's our grandkid's birthday party. How's that? So, hands loosely gripped at the belt line. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg and float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out the left fist. Pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out the left fist. Pick up the right leg, float the foot to the ground. 2 more times. You got it in you. Pick up that left leg, toe kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out left. Pick up the right leg, float the foot to the ground. We're looking straight ahead. 1 more time. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Funny how everybody gets taller when I say that. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out the left fist. And pick up the right leg, float the foot to the ground, and shake those legs loose. Good job. All right. Any questions about those exercises? All right. Let's go ahead and let's stand if you're able to. If you need to stay seated, go ahead and do so. We're going to do our ankle exercises next. The toe kick? Now that's more of what you're doing is a toe kick. So, and in actuality, you really don't kick people with your toes. It's a really good way to break your toe, and that doesn't help you with your balance. So when you kick somebody, they generally teach you to kick with the heel kick. So you kick them and hit them with the bottom of your foot, because when you kick with a toe kick, again, you can break the toe, and that makes it really hard for you to balance. The most thing they'll tell you is like if you kick somebody, you use the top of your foot. So you kick them this part of the foot as you kick, but a lot of times that's like a roundhouse type kick. No animal with that one. But again, the Chinese were very in touch with nature and the way they saw things. So like when you see, like there's an exercise called parting the wild horse's mane, where you're doing this with your hands, and you can almost imagine a neck of a horse, right? You're petting the mane and the underside of the neck. So there's what's called a lotus kick, and named after the lotus flower, and that's more of a roundhouse kick. So there's a lot of movements that they have associated with animals. So the beach is very confident. In fact, it's 100% sure. A termite walks into the bar and asks the bartender here. And then the last one, I have some friends with benefits. I also have friends on benefits. There you go. There's your dad jokes. I knew you couldn't do without it. All right. Ankle exercises. Weight shift to the right. Left foot touch heel and toe. Heel and toe. Make sure that right knee is bent. Heel and toe. Heel, toe. 1 more time. Heel and toe. Weight shift back to the right, or I'm sorry, the left. Right foot touch heel and toe. Use your chair if you need to. Heel, toe. Standing up nice and straight and tall. Heel, toe. Wait, so yeah. You want to look at your feet. Your body tells you to look at your feet. I tell you to look straight ahead. Heel and toe. It's hard to do, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to shift your chairs here just a little bit. I want to make sure you have something to hang on to if you need to, okay? Sure. All right. Second ankle exercise. Weight shift to the right, left foot touch little toe and big toe, outside, inside. Little toe, I'll watch them for you. Little toe, big toe, outside and inside, and back to center. Weight shift to the left, right foot, little toe and big toe, outside, inside, little toe, big toe, outside and inside, and back to center. Beautiful. It's a natural reaction to look at our feet, but that throws your posture off. And what we want you to do is be able to feel what your body is doing. So that's why I have you not look at your feet, but try and look straight ahead. Yeah, it's tough to do, but you have all kinds of nerve endings on your feet, and they're feeding back. But I always say it's like my teenage daughters that never listen to me, and it's like we never listen to our feet. But they're sending us back information. We're just ignoring it. Like when I tell my daughters, I give them all this great advice, but they seem to ignore it. Isn't that weird? I don't know why they do that. But we need to become in touch with our feet. Okay. It's interesting when you're standing in the Wuji position, if you're really in touch with your feet, you can tell whether you're leaning forward or leaning backwards when you start listening to your feet. Because as you stand here, my one instructor calls it putting your mind in the gutter, because that's where your feet are, is in the gutter, not the way you were thinking. I'm just kidding. Well, he's right in front of me, and he always picks on me. Um, but if we start leaning backwards, we feel more pressure go to our heel than our toes. And if we lean forward, we feel more pressure to our toe. So we can stand here and kind of rock back and forth gently and find that center point where our body is nice and centered. And then when we're standing on one foot, we can actually see if we're leaning forward or leaning backwards just by listening to the foot. So I'm trying to put you in touch with your feet, that you start feeling what your feet are doing. And I realize I'm talking to like a room full of guys about feelings and how well that works out usually. But it makes a big difference in how your body operates. Okay? So you're not getting as much feedback as with little toe and big toe, but your ankle is a knob joint. So it moves not only forward and backwards, but it moves side to side also. And this is really helpful if we step on something like, can't think of anything. If I step on something like I'll step off the edge of the concrete and my ankle goes like this, I'm able to stand that way because I have that flexibility in my ankle. If I don't have flexibility side to side in my ankle, if I step off the concrete, I'm going to pitch over and fall down. And this has actually happened to me. I was walking into a customer's house and they had a sidewalk that was, looked really pretty. Whoa, side to side. Well, I was checking my phone and I stepped off the sidewalk and my ankle was like this, and it didn't bother me. I could just move on. But again, if I didn't have that flexibility in my ankle, I would have been, yep, exactly. And I've had people do this. One of my students was walking the dog and they had a sewer plate in the middle of a sidewalk, and those sewer plates are never the right height. And so it was a little higher, and she stepped on a sewer plate, didn't even think about it, just kept going. And it's because she had the flexibility in the ankle. Okay? Good question. Yeah. When you kind of parse things out, they start to make sense as to why you're doing them a lot of times. So, All right, next exercise we're going to do, we're going to go forward and backward. All right, so I'm touching my heel in front of me, touching my toe behind me. So while I'm doing this from the side, I'm keeping my straight body posture, touching heel and toe. With this leg, I'm keeping a bend in the knee. Okay, so when I start doing this, my heel and toe are close. As I get better at it, I can do heel out and toe out. Okay. From this direction, as I touch my toe behind me, keep plenty of space between your feet. Don't step backwards and don't step back onto a balance beam, but step wide for that stability, okay? And then finally, I like my Parkinson's friends, although I do this with everybody, but it's especially important with my Parkinson's friends. As you transition, don't just swing your leg. I want you to lift your knee, touch the toe, lift the knee, and touch the heel. Okay? So if you do all 20 things at the same time, you got this, right? Use your chair if you need to, okay? Weight shift to the right, bend in the right knee. Empty left heel, hands behind us, or using the chair. Lift the knee, empty on the toe, hands in front of us. Keep plenty of space between your feet. Keep plenty of space between your feet. You guys are fine. Empty on the heel, lift the knee, empty heel, and lift the knee, empty toe. Keep plenty of space between your feet. Even more, even more, even more. There you go. Good job. Lift the knee, empty heel, and lift the knee, empty toe. Keep plenty of space between your feet. There you go. And come back to center. Beautiful. So this is preparing us to be able to walk backwards, right? Because to walk backwards, you got to put your foot down behind you. Make sure you're not stepping into anything, and then you shift the weight. You don't want to go back and shift the weight onto that leg right away. You want to step backwards, then shift the weight. Two separate movements. Not putting the weight on the foot right away, okay? So this is actually preparing us to walk forward and walk backwards. So you're doing a good job of walking backwards, just don't put the weight on the foot right away. Set the foot down so I don't have any weight on it, then shift the weight to it. Put the foot down, no weight, then shift the weight. Okay? It's a much safer way to do it, and this is like no joking matter. The next class I go to, one of the ladies there, she walked backwards, but she fell backwards that way, and she literally did fall because she tripped over her dog when she did it, and she broke her ribs doing it. So it makes a big difference, okay? All right, other side, weight shift left. Empty right heel, hands behind us. Pick the knee up, empty right toe. Use those chairs. Pick the knee up, empty right heel. Use your chair. Quit being stubborn. Pick up the knee, empty right toe. Look straight ahead. It'll help you with your balance. Lift the knee, empty on the heel. And lift the knee, empty left toe. Keep plenty of space between your feet as you do this. Keep plenty of space between your feet. And come back to center. Beautiful. All right. That's an exercise I want you to practice for me, okay? Keep working on the empty heel, empty toe. Kitchens are good places to practice that with, okay? But you want to have this flexibility in your leg. This is going to make it safe for you to walk, okay? Make sure you're keeping plenty of space between your feet. When you step back, you're not doing this where the feet are in line, but you're stepping wide. You should feel nice and stable. Okay? Any questions about that? All right, let's have a seat. Let's do some meditation. Make sure your chair is behind you. All right. I'm going to turn out the overhead light. Is anybody out there? I don't think so. I can hear the door closing. sometimes, occasionally, I have somebody show up for the meditation. Okay. It's good for you. Maybe, maybe they'll be nice when they do that, right? Um, it's amazing how people react to Tai Chi. Um, I I was doing Tai Chi in Florida on the beach, watching the ocean, which is a great way to do Tai Chi. Talk about being in touch with nature, the flow of the waves and everything. There's a beautiful rhythm. But I had some construction workers yelling all kinds of stuff at me, and but the funny one was, again, I was on the beach in Florida, and there was a condo I was staying in. There was a high-rise condo, and I was coming down several days later, and I was with a guy, and he was trying to ask me, what was that funny thing you were doing out on the beach? And he was trying to be very polite when he said it, but he wasn't sure. And I said, "What is that stupid thing I was doing?" He's like, "Well, yeah, I guess." Um, but he said that it was very interesting that he had his cup of coffee and his newspaper, and he went out on his porch, and he was like, "Oh, fresh air, I love it." And he was like, he was going to relax before his family got out of bed. And he looked around the beach and he saw me doing Tai Chi. He was like, "What the heck is he doing?" He said, "But I ended up, I didn't read the paper. I just sat with my coffee and watched you do your Tai Chi, and it was very relaxing for me." So he was going to go back to Atlanta and try and find him a Tai Chi class. So it's it's amazing what happens when you do Tai Chi out there. So maybe your neighbors will come and do Tai Chi with us. All right. So we're going to do meditation right now. Great way to relax our mind. Great way to give ourselves a break in the middle of the day by doing relaxation. I talk about the inner stomach. This is what the Chinese call the second brain. This is our intestines. So we're going to relax the insides. And this is where we hold a lot of our anxiety, is in this second brain. And so we want to relax that, okay? All right. So sitting up nice and straight and tall. Inhale, big, deep, belly breath in, closing the eyes. Exhale, relax. Feel all the thoughts float from our mind. Clear our mind of any thoughts. Again, big, deep, belly breath in. And breathe out. Clear the mind of any thoughts. Do that one more time. Long, slow, deep breath in. And as we breathe out, imagine all the thoughts in your mind are flowing out of your ears. Beautiful. Now your mind is empty and you can start meditating. So we're going to start with our feet. Take a big, deep belly breath in. And then as we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through your feet. We're relaxing our feet. Inhale, fill the lungs with air. And exhale, breathing out through the feet, relaxing our feet. Let's move to the legs. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. Exhale, breathe out through the legs. We relax our legs, relax our knees. Do that again. Big, deep belly breath in. And then as we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through the legs. We're relaxing our legs, relaxing our knees. Beautiful. Onto the hips. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. And breathing out, imagine you're breathing out through your hips, relaxing all the muscles in your hips, relaxing your bottom. Doing that again. Inhale, fill the lungs with air. And then exhale, breathe out through the hips, relax the hips. Then we turn to our belly button. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. And as we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through your navel, relaxing all the muscles around your navel. Let's do that again. Inhale, fill the lungs with air. Exhale, breathe out through the navel, relaxing all the muscles at the front of the belly. And now the inner stomach. Long, slow, deep belly breath in. That second brain. Exhale, imagine you're breathing out through that inner stomach, letting go of all your anxiety, all your nervousness. Do that again. Inhale, filling the lungs with air. And then as we exhale, breathing out through that belly, relaxing the belly. Do that one more time. Big, deep belly breath in. And then as we exhale, imagine you're breathing out through that inner stomach. You're letting go of your anxiety, letting go of your nervousness. Onto the lower back. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. And as we exhale, we breathe out through the back. We feel the back relaxing our legs. Do that again. Inhale, filling the lungs with air. And then exhale, relaxing the back. Beautiful. Moving on to the hands. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. And then as we breathe out through the hands, relaxing our hands. Once again, big, deep belly breath in. And then breathing out, breathe out through the hands. Feel your hands become a little heavy. That's good. Onto the arms. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. As we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through the arms. Feeling your arms relax. Let's do that again. Inhale, fill the lungs with air. And exhale, breathing out through the arms, relaxing our arms. Moving on, shoulders. Take a big, deep belly breath in. As you breathe out, relax the shoulders. Let the stress drain off of your shoulders. Feel your shoulders become soft. Let's do that again. Big, deep belly breath in. And then as we breathe out, we relax our shoulders. We'll move on to the head and the face. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. As you breathe out, relax the face. Relax the forehead, relax the cheeks, relax the jaw. Inhale, fill the lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out, relaxing the muscles of the head, the top of the head, sides of the head, back of the head. Relax all those muscles. Now let's do that for the whole body. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. And now as we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through the whole body, relaxing, breathing out through the skin. Again, inhale, fill the lungs with air. And then exhale, breathing out, through the whole body, relaxing the whole body. Beautiful. There we go. How does that feel? Isn't it nice? Thank you. All right. Look how relaxed you guys are. And those of you that have tremors, where'd your tremors go, right? Amazing. All right. I'm going to turn on the overhead light. And